Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over all of the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X restocks going on throughout this week. Now, we actually do have quite a bit of information. It does look like, I'm going to probably say some stuff seems like it's confirmed throughout the week, as well as also have some walk-in events, I think, going on, Best Buy drops going on, Target drops going on, a lot of other various things we'll be talking about all throughout this video. We have a lot of rambles, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of information, and as well some walk-ins, some online drops, some bundles, some other various things. I'm sure you guys usually know that the weekly video is a little bit more on the rambly side, but kind of gives you guys all the information you guys should know throughout the week, at least everything we know as of basically today and or / the weekend. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, we always do go mention, make sure you guys are subscribed. We've also been doing a lot more gaming news, as well as also we made a very, very special video as of yesterday, if you guys want to check that out with a really cool editing style. I'll maybe have that link down below in case you want to check it out afterwards, and I'll put a community post for that too as well. We do also have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. I know I've been saying that in most videos, but this is technically actually a brand new one. We also had up in Twitter down below, so make sure you guys enter that on up. It's super easy. Twitch stream, we just hang out, chill, and play video games. Weeble and Coinbase down below, Amazon links and all that good stuff. I'm sure you guys know the usual sellouts, but obviously just make sure you guys are subscribed and like the video if you guys want. But we have a lot of things we'll be watching, especially, we're probably get into the good stuff first and mid-tier stuff later. So if anything, we can maybe go and dive on into it. As well, this should be a good week. I hope it will be filled with a lot of good, just like, I don't know, a lot of you guys getting happy and excited in your drops. As well, we also, if there's any weird drops that happen at, say, 9:45 or 10, as I'm kind of making the video, uploading the video, and all that type of stuff. Everything from the day-to-day video should have probably covered that too as well. So, hope you guys don't mind that. And I guess without further ado, let's go dive in the video. And I appreciate all of you guys so much for watching, for hanging out here, for chilling. And let's go dive on in. So, first and foremost, big boy drop we want to talk about is going to be on GameStop. So, GameStop actually has been having loads, and we covered this on the weekend itself, of rumors, employees confirming, people talking about it, of PlayStations showing up in stock. So there's two different things we want to go talk about. Number one is when it comes to the walk-in event. Now, it's been a while since we've actually had a GameStop PlayStation 5 walk-in event. I believe the last one was more so dedicated towards the, I believe, January. So it's been like the entirety of February, very dry, no walk-ins, nothing going on with that. We are hearing rumors, and we'll probably have more information the next few days, so obviously make sure you guys are subscribed, for GameStop on Friday. Now, we kind of are assuming that kind of the dates could be up to air. That's going to probably be more so the confirmed one because we've been seeing so much employee information and early leaks, and usually we kind of know. It's like a 95% confirmed if you guys watched yesterday's video, but they basically are pretty much stating that PlayStation 5s have been showing up in stores already. So as you guys know, it takes a few days and kind of move everything and ship everything. So when it comes to that, we are watching that. The PlayStation 5 bundles are actually might be slightly more on the pricier side though. We're hearing rumors it's more so on like the $800 range with games. You have to have a few games. Gift cards, maybe even PlayStation Plus and all that stuff. We'll have an official confirmation on that if the drop is confirmed and going on throughout this week. But it does seem like either Thursday or Friday will be the big information days, or if we get any more leaks or emails or press emails floating around. But when it does come to GameStop, it does seem like they're overdue. It makes sense. Stock is moving, and just overall, like if their stores are physically receiving stock, why would we be expecting anything else? So just keep that in mind. But and the one big thing for all of that is, it seems like it's confirmed. So we'll be watching that throughout this week. You will probably need to have a Pro membership, usually the first hour, or at least bare minimum first day. You do have to have a Pro membership involved with your actual account. And that just basically means you pay like the $15, $10, whatever it is. And then you basically have a chance to go and show that in the store when you guys go to your walk-ins. Last walk-in drop was actually a little bit on the lower side of stock. It was like the 15 to 20 range or so, a little bit more on the smaller side. So if you guys are really overdue on trying to get your consoles, I'd almost maybe recommend it, mainly on the fact of, just get it over with, get it done with, but we are overdue for a lot of other big drops. So if you guys just don't want to spend the $800 and don't mind waiting a few extra more weeks or a few months, I'd probably say not the world's biggest deal, mainly because most games out here, unless you're trying to go get Elden Ring, are mostly on the chiller side. So we'll be watching that, especially for Friday for their walk-in event. We'll probably get more information or tweets or anything from them throughout these next few days. So keep that in mind. Part 2 will maybe be on the PlayStation 5 digitals. Now, I'm going to have to maybe go double check or talk about this on a separate video too as well, but it does kind of seem like we're seeing some PlayStation 5 digitals also being updated in the API, unless they did a random YOLO drop at like 10 o'clock, same for all these locations, and don't mind me. But we actually have been seeing that because it's extremely overdue. The PlayStation 5 digitals are massively overdue, mainly on the fact alone of just haven't dropped in forever in most locations too. Same with bundles. So we'll be watching to see if they do any online drops. It could also maybe make sense to do a PlayStation 5 digital bundle online, and then the PS5 disc in store. Would maybe make sense. Xboxes actually have been pretty active on GameStop, although it's been a few weeks since their last restock for that one, so we have a nice decent chance for it. We'll usually have a chance to have a few, like, I guess, day heads up when it comes to GameStop. So we'll watch you guys in that one. We'll give you guys that one. That seems like it's mostly confirmed, although we do need to have official sources for that. Now, the next one we'll be watching for is going to be on the Best Buy side. So, I'm sure you guys talked about, like, hopefully this isn't one of those drops that randomly happened as I was either making, uploading, or all that type of stuff for this video. But when it comes to Best Buy itself, last drop they did was, like, literally January, I think, 20th. Like, it's been a very long time. It's been over a month, and a lot of these locations have just been very much overdue. As you guys know, we usually see Best around the 9 a.m. to around the 5 p.m. range, give or take. We've been seeing a few different things. We've been covering this. We've been kind of breaking the news. We've been talking about it throughout this weekend. We saw a lot of Xbox Series X's available in stores. So that does kind of tone down the likelihood, although it's not fully gone, of any Xbox Series X restocks throughout the week for online. The last one was for the total tech drops, so just keep that in mind that the open online stuff does seem somewhat kind of common. Part 2 will be on the PlayStation 5s. We have been seeing a lot of different stores in various different locations. PlayStation 5s have been getting walk-ins, although very, very, very seldomly. We've also been seeing random, I guess, like used consoles / return consoles / just never picked up consoles as well, when people have been using kind of like a toggle trick. We've been using the app. We've been mentioning this for the past few weeks or so, give or take, so keep that in mind. As well, when it comes to that stuff, we've also been seeing people calling stores. Some folks have had stock. We saw a few event stores having stock, etc., etc. We also are hearing some rumors that some employees have confirmed their stock. I think all this kind of turns into, like, they're either overdue for a big online drop, or they might be prepped up from a walk-ins. It's really weird. I'm sure you guys know it's really weird. Whew. That's how weird it is. It's just like, it's all over the place. It kind of doesn't really make sense. Some stores are getting it, some stores aren't, etc., etc. At least for, like, say, like a Target's nationwide, and same with GameStop, we usually at least have a store list. I just kind of wish these places would make it a little bit more on the normal side after all this time. But letting you guys know, at any point, Monday through Friday, at all these times, even if it dropped today, I'd be ecstatic for it. It's just so overdue. It's been over a month. So everything's there. We're here in stock, employees. Like I said, every stock moving. People are slowly getting consoles, Xbox drops, everything. Best Buy, if it does not do an online drop today, I'll be so extremely surprised. We might even just do another, like, PlayStation 5 giveaway if we don't see some of these big boy drops restocking at all, because I'm just like, there's only so many times I can say Best Buy's overdue, you know what I mean? So we'll be watching that, especially throughout this week. Now, for some other drops, will be a little bit more on the higher side. We'll get more information probably throughout these next few days, is on Target. Now, Target itself, as you guys know, is on a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday drop time, usually around 6 to 7 a.m. Central Time. So add 1 hour for EST, minus 1 hour for Mountain, minus 2 hours for PST. We've known that they've had stock. I'm not exaggerating, with Target's had stock for probably around like 2 weeks or so, just sitting on it, which is kind of somewhat sad, if I'm going to have to be fully honest with you guys, because we know it's there. We've had employee leaks, we've had stock numbers, we have internal numbers, we've had pretty much everything in general, and we know the stock is there. So I think the likelihood for this drop will be massive, although last week we did not go and see any more additional information, so you guys all know. So as of like literally last weekend, this weekend, we really didn't see too much as well, but I'll probably reach out to some of my Target contacts and see if we get more details for you guys. But when it comes to that stuff, I'd probably say if it doesn't drop this week, I don't know what's going on, but I do want to reiterate a lot of the stuff when it comes to the world. Think like just every situation on the world. It's like the whole world's in an awkward standstill, and everyone's kind of like twiddling their thumbs because we just don't know what's really going on. So if there is, for some reason, no drop before it, I don't know. I just think it's so overdue. I'd probably be waking up throughout this week in general. We have seen Wednesdays, we have seen Thursdays, we have seen Fridays. Sometimes Wednesdays seem a little bit more unlikely because they've been sitting on some stock. If we have any employee information, we'll let you guys know. If we see any stock numbers, we'll let you guys know. If we see anything else arrive, we'll let you guys go and know. But Target pretty much seems on, like, I'd probably give like Best Buy like a nice 90%. Target 90%, GameStop I'll say 95 as of now, but it's probably gonna be more on the confirmed side very, very soon. Maybe even 96% just based on the information, both online and also in stores, just so you guys know. So those are like the big boys. Those are the ones we'll be watching throughout these next few days, unless they did randomly drop. As I mentioned, we'll be doing this video. Like, I mentioned everything in the day-to-day video, so it's probably all fine for that one. Just, from work and stuff. So keep that in mind. All those are looking very good. All those are looking very solid. All those are looking like the big boys. We should be a good week when it comes to those drops. As well, Walmart. Now, Walmart's last drop was actually a little bit ago. It was like around like 2 weeks ago at this point. So I think it was maybe Thursday, maybe the 25th, whatever number it was, 24th, 25th, something like that. So then you guys all know for that. So we do know Thursdays are their golden days. They have on occasion done really random weird drops on Mondays and Fridays, just so you guys all know. But usually Thursdays are the usual drops. It's on the middle mainly because it's been like 2 weeks, and we've kind of seen them do like a 2 to 3 week cycle all the times as well. But also a lot of these locations have kind of broken their cycles and haven't dropped in like 3, 5, 4, 6 months, depending weeks, depending on like which place you actually go look at. So Walmart, I would say maybe like a nice like 50, 60 Thursday, usually around, it's either like 3 p.m. EST, which is their usual time, sometimes a little bit earlier too as well. They've had like a little various where it's like 11 to like 3, kind of just depends on like who's running it, how they decide to do it, etc., etc. So a lot of people have also gotten their Walmart stock though. A lot of people have gotten their consoles, a lot of people have gotten their drops, and while there are still some folks that are overdue, I think just with the overall numbers of so many consoles being arrived so far, it does kind of give us more motivation, I guess, being on the lookout for it throughout this Thursday, although once again, Target, Best Buy, and GameStop seem a lot more likely, and seem a lot more important to be watching for. And as well, whenever they do drop, they do all of them, PS5 Disc, Digital, and Xbox. I'd maybe say there's also likelihood of a non-Walmart Plus drop. The last 2 drops have been Walmart Plus. Same thing to do as well, Best Buy. Don't forget about the Total Tech drops as well. Those are both likely for all these consoles, so keep that in mind for that. So all around good stuff. I do think the big boys for that one are more focused on that. Amazon, just for the quick mention, we do always have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 Disc, Digital Console, and controllers, in case you guys do want to go check those on out. As well, we are somewhat on the overdue side for PS5 Digitals and Xboxes, although Amazon's been very weird. PS5 Disc Edition's not as much, although we might be expecting another drop throughout the end of this month, as you guys probably know. As well, we also have kind of been like on that awkward side too when it comes to PS Directs and Microsoft Directs. So when it comes to all the other stuff, Amazon and all those places, we've been seeing a few of them kind of floating around. So say like the Microsoft Directs, we have been seeing those floating around. We did see a few emails on like Wednesday, Thursday, and also on the weekends. So keep that in mind. We're watching that. We're going to let you guys know. You do have to make your own bundle for Microsoft. Now when it comes to Amazon, just a side note, we did go and see other regions as well. Go and get Restocks. Now that means for like all the other like weird various locations, America was a few weeks ago, about like 2 weeks ago or so when it comes to Amazon. So once again, we'll probably not be expected too much on the Amazon side. Maybe a little bit of like a 15-20% YOLO in case there's a digital or Xbox, although everything else seems a lot more on the lower side. And all just in the same case for Xbox, before we kind of wind down the really big boy retailers, remember, Target still does have the Xbox Series X walk-ins. Depends on your store, depends on your local area. Call your tech center, go and maybe kind of see, become buddy. We have been seeing them up in stores. We've been seeing them up in, like just in general, just flown around. Like you just got to go and kind of do a little bit of looking when it comes to Target. Same thing too as well, Best Buy, as we did mention, we did see a lot of Xbox walk-ins. You guys could maybe go and check throughout the next few days at store open. I'll probably remind you guys on the day-to-day videos, but a lot of the stock has been moving out already, and we'll probably anticipating ourselves up for more upcoming drops, if anything, in general. So let's keep on doing that. Keep that in mind when it comes to consoles and console restocks. So all around good with that. PlayStation Directs, we usually do see a lot more of them on the Tuesday and Wednesday side, just so you guys all know. So we did not see any of them as of Sunday, so there's not going to be one throughout today. Although, as I mentioned, we haven't seen anyone, at least for a little while, when it comes to other consoles and console drops. PlayStation Directs, like I said, are kind of on the somewhat overdue side, and if we're seeing a lot of other locations also getting and receiving stock, it just kind of makes sense if PlayStation Directs would maybe have extra stock to go and sell and kind of give out to all of you guys. So all around kind of good news. So this week should be a good week so far. We're getting to like the walk-ins and other mid-tier places in a second. But like I said, Best Buy, extremely likely. GameStop, very likely. Target, extremely likely. Walmart, middle likely. Amazon, probably not. And now we can dive into more of the mid-tier drops. So when it comes to mid-tier locations and online. Now, once again, if anything randomly happened throughout this video, don't mind that, or a little bit beforehand. And Online itself did a lot of drops last week. PlayStation 5 digital bundles dropped. PS5 disc bundles dropped. Xbox Series S dropped, and GPUs. So I'd probably anticipate any normal and online drops to be more focused maybe on the more Xbox Series X side. So if you guys want to wait for those bundles, you guys can, although you could probably find a better bundle, probably say from a GameStop drop or just a general Xbox drop in the near future, mainly because they're not as hard to go and find, or walk-ins, etc. We'll probably be watching that. We could also maybe see a YOLO PS5 drop if they want to do a double whammy, but they did go do a lot of those as of last week, so I'd probably assume / guesstimate that they'd be more so focused on the Xbox side this week. GameFly did not go and do any restocks last week, which then does go and bump up the likelihood quite a bit of a PlayStation 5 or Xbox drop. We will be watching both of those two as well, although sometimes you have to be a GameFly member, and sometimes they've just been making it public, so anyone out there could have a chance to get their console. So we'll be watching for that throughout the week. At any time, both of those around like the 8 a.m. to around the 5 p.m. range as per usual. Other locations, Costco. Costco's been kind of a bit of a wild card, both for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox drops. We have seen bundles. Some people are saying it's more regional. Some people are saying they're more normal. Some people are getting consoles. Some people aren't. So at least for Costco, we'll be kind of closely watching and kind of seeing the situation for them. Costco itself as a drop is like okay, I guess. Usually somewhat on the more expensive side. I'd maybe be watching. They're a little bit more on the earlier drops, if anything. Although we have, like I said, like, it may be weird. Like maybe the regional drops were just maybe them selling out very quickly. So then maybe it just wasn't as bad. I'm not really 100% sure. I'll be honest with you guys. We'll be watching. We'll be seeing how it all kind of plays on out. But keep on being on the lookout throughout this week in general. Sam's Club has not dropped in quite some time. We've kind of been seeing, like, once again, kind of weird Xbox and PlayStation drops too as well. So if you guys want to check, we've been seeing more Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays for them, more in the nighttime, so like 3 p.m. onwards throughout those days. I keep on saying it's very, very overdue, so I don't honestly, I'd probably be expecting one throughout this week, and if not, no biggies, but I'm kind of overdue on that side. We always do remind you guys of the Newegg day-to-day shuffles for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X chances for all those mixed on in, as well for other various things too. BJ's Online. It has been a little while since we've last seen a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X from the BJ stores. Well, same thing for all three of those. You do have to be a proper store member to be able to go get all of your consoles and console stock for it. So check that on out and see if you guys would like. Now, as well for walk-ins. When it comes to walk-ins, too, we've been seeing a little bit on the BJ side. Not a lot, probably not that much to encourage or incentivize you guys to go and check and see. We did see a little baby bit of PlayStation 5 bundles for them for walk-ins, although this weekend wasn't as big. It was a little bit on the, kind of middle side. I don't know, it wasn't that good. It was just like we saw a little baby bit, but I don't think it's enough for you guys to rush over your store. But if we see more reports, we'll let you guys know. We also did not go and see much Xbox Series X bundles up in the stores. Maybe this weekend will be nice. We'll have to see. Myers, we did actually see a little baby bit when it comes to Wisconsin and Michigan when it comes to stock and soccer rivals. More so on the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition. No bundles needed. So if you guys want to go check your Myers stores for them, that's been the last known reported locations we've had a chance to go and see for stock. No Xbox Series X's. Xbox Series S's, though, have been floating around in stores. As well, the same thing for Fred Meyer's and Kroger's. We could maybe still expect maybe a Kroger's online drop. It's a little bit on the overdue side, but both of them have been a little bit more on the drier side when it comes to walk-ins. We did see a little baby bit around 3 weeks ago for Fred Meyer's and Kroger's before, although that does put them on the overdue side, maybe throughout this weekend or next, because it'd probably put them towards the next month or so, although we haven't seen too much more information, and I can't just make up information for you guys so you guys all know. When it comes to HEB, still no more Xbox Series X restocks. When it comes to Staples, they have not been in the news for quite some time. So once again, it would be maybe on the overdue side when it comes to their PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X bundles in their stores themselves. If we do see any more, we'll let you guys know throughout these next few days. Same thing too with Amazon in stores. We can maybe see if there's any leftover or additional stock, mainly because we had an Amazon drop not that long ago. Military, we have not been seeing that much military walk-ins when it comes to PlayStation or Xboxes, although it is always very much worth checking just to see if there's any leftover or additional stock for all you guys out there to go get and check your consoles. You have to be an active military member for it, though. So, at least for that one, we also have the pure YOLOs, which do sometimes work their way into the systems. Those would be like the Lenovo's, the Dells that do sometimes go and sell next-gen consoles, Microsoft Store itself, and as well as some of the other various places like Endorma and other mid-tier locations that do sometimes either have walk-ins or other online drops. Think as well as, say, like PC Richards, Belks, and a few of the other various locations. And as well, we do sometimes see things in like weird rent-to-own and furniture stores as well when it comes to stock and stock movement. Now, as I mentioned, this week will probably actually be a pretty good week, mainly whenever we have a good week with big confirmed drops and big boy retailers such as the Target, which will 100% try to get you guys more details on. I wish there was more throughout the weekend. Best Buy, that's just so overdue, even though we've had these really bits and pieces of news. And as well, GameStop, which thankfully is going to be probably our big focus throughout this week, which seems pretty confirmed, as I mentioned, very, very high likelihood. All these put together should lead to a very nice week. And of course, as well, the cherry on top would be if we have our Sony side retailers as well work their way on in and get a lot of consoles to go give to you guys out there. Now, I just want to remind you guys, too, on top of that, this should hopefully be okay, although some of these drops have been somewhat on the botted side. Ideally, we don't see more of that. Ideally, we kind of move on. Ideally, a lot of you guys get your console, are all happy. In worst case, we do have GameStop in case all the rest of the drops throughout this week kind of go bad. At least you guys do have a little bit of like a fail-safe in case you guys want to go get some stock from there. I just want to say I give you guys a big thank you, and I do appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Twitter link down below, so make sure you guys do that to be entered on in to the giveaway itself. Same with the Twitch stream too as well. Amazon links, as I mentioned, for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. And of course, if you guys just want to hang out on Twitch or hang out on Twitter, we'd love to have you guys there. Sign up for that Weeble. Deposit $100, get a bunch of free stock, free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. And once again, check out our brand new awesome video we made before, in case you guys just want to go check it out and see and go give some love to it. So I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll hope you guys have a good rest of your weeks, and we'll go and have you guys a lot more videos all throughout the rest of this week as well. Love you guys.